Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Beyond Compare Wrestling.
Thank you for joining us here tonight on the pre-show for night one of the Urban Warfare pay-per-view. On the main card here tonight, we have the Great Gomez will be taking on Slug. These two have been battling in tag matches for weeks. They haven't faced each other one-on-one, and they're going to do that here tonight at the pay-per-view. Then we have The Tool and Fancy Dan. These two faced off a few weeks ago with The Tool picking up the big upset victory. Fancy Dan's been fuming ever since. He wants a rematch, and he's got it here tonight. The Tool versus Fancy Dan 2 on the main card. And the main event of Urban Warfare Night 1 will be a 6-man tag team match. SJPW Dojo versus the BCW Dojo. Tony Rizzo and Steel Dragon, they are the trainers of each dojo, and they have been feuding for the last few weeks real hot. Steel Dragon has 2 mystery pupils though. Who will he select in the main event here tonight? But to kick it off with the pre-show, it is a dumpster match. Sweetcox, Benson Hicks, here tonight, right here, right now. But we're going to get into the rivalry recap. This all started after the conclusion of our last pay-per-view. Benson Hicks came out and tried to challenge Dirty Don for the world title. Dirty Don hit him with that microphone in a sneak attack. And then it was just a 3-on-1 beatdown. He brought out Sweetcox, he brought out The Tool, and they were just beating the hell out of Benson Hicks, and that was the spark that ignited this rivalry between Benson Hicks and Sweetcox. Then just a few weeks later, it was a parking lot attack. Sweetcox jumping Benson Hicks and just powerbombing him right into that dumpster. And then, of course, it was the very next week where Sweetcox, he came out to the ring. He knew that Benson would be retaliating after something like that. Sweetcox came out to the ring. He called out Benson. Benson came out and immediately took a powder. He, very uncharacteristic of Benson Hicks, backing down from a challenge, but it was not backing down per se. It was all just a ruse. It was to get Sweetcox in the ring. And Benson told him so. He said he was just trying to get him into the ring because Benson had a plan, and that plan was to dump all that garbage and garbage water all over Sweetcox in the ring. And Sweetcox was absolutely fuming for that being covered in all that trash and grime and dirt. So after that, they had a singles match. It was Sweetcox versus Benson Hicks, and Sweetcox came out hot. We could not keep these two apart. They were fighting tooth and nail. Rivalry just burning up inside of them both. But at the end of that match, it was Benson Hicks hitting that Texas pile driver and picking up the victory. But that was not all. Sweetcox, he wanted his revenge. He wanted a little more of Benson Hicks. So just last week, in the Go Home show for the Urban Warfare pay-per-view, it was a 4-man elimination match where the winner got to pick any stipulation. Sweetcox and Isaac Taylor were the last two in that match, and Sweetcox with that groin-based offense just was ripping and tearing on Isaac Taylor for about 5-6 minutes. And in the end, Sweetcox, he won that 4-way elimination match. He picked up the win. He earned the right to decide what type of stipulation he wanted, and he picked a dumpster match. He was covered in that trash and all that garbage, and he wants revenge for that. And he's already put Benson in a dumpster once already. So tonight in the pre-show, dumpster match kicking off Urban Warfare.
Standing 6 feet tall and weighing 285 pounds, from San Francisco, California, he is Sweet Cox.
And here he is making his way to the ring, one half of Hard Limit. Sweet Cox, he is the hired gun of Dirty Dawn. Of course, this whole rivalry sparked off because Benson Hicks, he wants the world title. Came out, tried to challenge Dirty Dawn for it, but it was Sweet Cox that was tasked to take out Benson. And can he do it here tonight in this dumpster match? A first ever for BCW, a dumpster match kicking off the pre-show for the pay-per-view. And here we go, Benson Hicks, he is fired up, he is coming to the ring. He wants to put Sweet Cox in one of these dumpsters here tonight, I'm sure.
He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighed 220 pounds. He is a technical brawler and striker from Dallas, Texas. He is the redneck, Benson Hicks.
And here we go, the match is underway. First time ever in BCW, a dumpster match. Kicking it off on the pre-show here tonight. And of course, the rules in a dumpster match, all you gotta do is take your opponent, throw them over the top rope, and they will fall in the dumpster, and you are the winner. Basically, the objective in this match is just to take out the trash. Just take your opponent, throw them in the dumpster, and who knows what's in that dumpster. I'm sure they're full of garbage and trash from the arena here, and not just winning the match, but the embarrassment of embarrassing your opponent. So let's get in here. We got Benson just barraging Sweet Cox with those knees right to the chest, right to the face. And in this match, you're going to have to wear down your opponent in order to get him up and over. I think purely from a physical standpoint, we got Sweet Cox. He's almost near that 300-pound mark. Benson coming in at about 220, and right there, show of strength, right as I was talking about the size and the power. And I think if Sweet Cox can do that again, just pick him up and get him right in. He's having no problems picking up Benson and hitting some of these big moves. And I think with these two men coming in as hot as they are, with so much animosity, so much heat between them, you wonder if they got their eye on the prize of winning this match, or if they are coming in here just to injure and maim and destroy their opponent. Oh, Benson with a right hand there. Sweet Cox returns it with another right and a big giant Beal. So you got to wonder if this is if both these men want to just hurt their opponents, want to embarrass them, or if they're really just trying to come out here and win the match. Of course, the objective is to win, but when you have a rivalry this hot and this personal, you never know if they got their... Oh, and Benson here. Benson reverses, picks him up, traps that arm, and just knocks him down. You could pop an elbow out real easy from a move like that, just hammerlocking that arm. Picks him up to a knee and picks him up all the way, and is he going for that spinning kill switch? Driving his nose right into the mat. Oh, and Benson just choking him, trying to choke the life out of him, and this is where the rivalry is really heating up. Oh, and just slapping him, trying to embarrass him further. He's slapping him around like he's a young boy. Oh, but now we got him on the ropes. Sweet Cox picks him up. Can he get him up and over and into that dumpster? Oh, and Benson hangs on. Can he push him out? Benson punching at that knee. Not a bad maneuver, taking out the wheel of Sweet Cox. That will definitely affect his ability to lift up Benson. And the stunner. Stunning him in the middle of the ring. And a big rocket kick there. Benson's going to have a tough task winning this one. I don't think Benson can take much damage. I think he's going to have to try and win this one quick because Sweetcox wears you down. It's going to be extra tough picking him up in the later parts of this match, especially when you get the sweat going. He's got the sweat. Sweetcox is wearing that leather. It's going to be real hard to get him up and over. You're going to need all your strength. You don't want to burn yourself out. And a big right there and a shot to the stomach. Oh, and Benson throws him up and over. Can he pick him up and get him in the dumpster? And Sweetcox gets back in the ring. But he's got him on the ropes. Sweetcox reverses with a big shot of his own. Sweetcox going low to the midsection. He's got Benson on the ropes. Benson reverses, wins. Gets him up and over, uses Sweetcox momentum against him. Falls in that dumpster and picks up the win.
Here is your winner, Benson Hicks.
Benson Hicks gets his revenge, potentially putting this rivalry behind him, and gets the win. Congratulations to Benson picking up the win on the pre-show here tonight. And of course, Benson just won his match, but we still have the Great Gomez versus Slug. We have the Tool versus Fancy Dan. And we have a 6-man tag main event, SJPW Dojo versus the BCW Dojo. And then in night 2, we will have Amir Man versus Cameron Lewis, 1-on-1. We have Grizzly Mac versus the baddest man alive, Isaac Taylor. We have the 2 biggest men on the roster, Victor Payne versus Tofik. And in the main event of night 2, World Tag Team titles, The Exiled, will face the Game Changers. Then in night 3, it is a grudge match. We have Liam Connors taking on Pedro Loco. NSFW have an open tag team challenge. Who will step up for that one? We have a Kiss My Ass match. Sergio Gomez, Byron Cassidy, and the main event of night 3, world title, Kensho versus Dirty Dawn. Please join us for the next 3 nights of the Urban Warfare pay-per-view, and we'd like to thank our sponsor, DraftThings, for sponsoring all 3 nights. Thank you for joining us here tonight on the pre-show, and stay tuned for night 1 of Urban Warfare.